How's everybody doing this morning? Fantastic, fantastic. Did y'all get any rain? Yeah, it's kind of a joke there. We got a lot of rain. Welcome to the Center of Unity. We are excited that you are here this morning. If you are here for the very first time, we want to welcome you and say, fantastic. We're glad you're here this morning. We are excited that you are here. We have a saying, actually. We have a saying, kind of a theme, I guess you would say, that we are free of judgment and full of love. Free of judgment and full of love. Now, our brilliant marketing team did not come up with that. They did not. Jesus did, actually. Jesus was the one that came up with that whole thing. That's the way he lived. That's the way he walked every day, free of judgment and full of love. And that's what we like to do here. He said, you know all this other stuff. He said, but here's a new commandment for you. He says, love one another like I loved you. It's tough. It's tough to do today in this climate. It's hard. It's hard to love one another like Jesus calls us to love. But he calls us to do it. He calls us to be a light on the hill. That's what this song's about. Let's do it. In a time full of war will be peace. In a time full of doubt, just believe. Yeah, there ain't that much difference between you and me. In a time full of war will be peace. In a world full of hate, be alive. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be alive. La 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 la. In a place that needs change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. 'Cause life is but a breeze, better live it. In a place that needs change, make a difference. In a world full of hate, be alive. When you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be alive. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh la 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 la. In a race that you can't win, just slow it down.
Yeah, you only get one go round.
'Cause the finish line is 6 feet in the ground.
In a race that you can't win, just slow it down.
In a world full of hate, be a light. When you do somebody wrong, make it right.
Don't hide in the dark. You were born to shine.
In a world full of hate, be a light. Yeah, it's hard to live in color when you just see black and white. In a world full of hate, be a light.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. So good to see all of you sitting out here in our sacred space this morning. And we want to also extend a good morning to those who are joining us on our YouTube and Facebook Live channel. We're glad you're here. I see some new faces, so we just want to say, as Jeff said, a special good morning to you. And we would love to connect with you. If you're here in person, there's a little card that you might see in front of us you can fill out. And when we have our offertory time, you can place that as your gift to us on this day. And online, you can go to centerofunity.org to the Connect link, and we'd love to keep you apprised. We don't inundate you with emails. Nobody will call. We just want to let you know of the many different opportunities that we offer here for transformation, because that's our purpose. Our purpose is to create the space where people can transform their lives and then take that transformation and go out and make a positive difference in the world. And we've been working for several months now on just raising our own awareness about how we can step into who we have come here to be, into a greater way of shining the light on what we as a community have agreed, have collectively. There was about more than 40 of us got together for a weekend, and we collaboratively came to about 7 different items of, yes, this is who we collectively want to be in this world. And we also explored those parts that may get in the way of that, what we call our shadow aspects. And so we're each week reminding ourselves of both who we've come here to be and being awakened to those places in us, the triggers that might show up that cause us to go off track, if you will, and to bring us back into awareness. So I invite you to join with me, and we're going to speak those together. So we'll just read up off the screen, and it starts with, please have compassion for us when we are being not enough, hurt, powerless, distrusting, blaming, and fearful, for this is who we've come here to be: loving, unstoppable, empowered, integral, spirit-led, inclusive, and authentic. Yes, we celebrate that and celebrate the ways it's beginning to continue to express out, both within our community and in the communities that surround us. Yes, we're going to sing again. We're going to open our hearts, because that's the place where this transformation happens.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you.
Do that again. Open the eyes of my heart.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up. You're shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy.
Open the eyes.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you.
Let that be your prayer. Open the eyes of my heart.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up. You're shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
Let's do that again. Holy, holy, holy.
Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see.
Good morning. I'm Madeline, and this is a new member of our care team, Carolyn. And we will be at the prayer room after service to pray with you, should you would like that. Our today's daily word is discover. No. As I discover, I learn and grow.
My life is a journey of discovering. Over the years, I may have traveled to other lands, discovering new cultures and landscapes. Through my explorations, I have learned all kinds of things and grown in all kinds of ways. My spiritual life has been a journey of discovery as well. Through my spiritual practice, I have deepened in my understanding of God and of myself as a spiritual being. I have discovered new landscapes within myself as I have communed with God in prayer and have changed my life through the power of my thinking. As long as I live, I will find more to discover, questioning, learning, growing. Help me discover the wonders within and all around me.
From Jeremiah 33:3, call to me and I will answer you and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known.
As we have our healing prayer today, in a special way, we just want to surround and enfold Mark Morris as he is having surgery tomorrow, and we just see that all who support him, who attend to him, are divided or guided by their divine wisdom and compassion and care, and we see peace in the midst for both Mark and Dawn. We celebrate Jeff's return, and we celebrate that Bob will be back with us again next Sunday. And for all of the prayer requests that we hold in our ministry, those that you hold in your own hearts and minds right now, we just take this moment to know that each is in the midst of that energy of divine love, for it is everywhere present all the time. We see each person awakened in new ways to divine love and its healing powers. We know in this moment that we are the divine expression of that very love, and we share it with all of those who are in need. For the ways in which these events unfold, we celebrate the good, we celebrate the healing, and we celebrate the new awakened awareness of God and of the miracles that are possible. It is in the name and the nature of that living, loving Christ within each of us, within all of life, that we know this to be true. And we simply say, amen.
Amen.
Thank you. So for the past several years, we have been focused on shifting from a minister-centered community to a mission-centric one. And we've been learning and trying to bring into our structures and processes and the ways in which we engage with each other using integral ministry practices. And yet, it's still an educational process, and I know that I have people ask me, well, what exactly does that mean? And so this morning I'm going to spend a little time trying to help us visualize and begin to integrate even more deeply how that looks and feels for us. Integral comes from the Latin word integer, which in its most simplistic definition means whole. And integral spiritual communities prioritize holistic development. That means physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And they structure themselves around a shared mission and purpose. We have our guiding principles, our 5 unity principles that are part of the ways in which we make decisions around and seek to engage. And in these communities, we become open to a blend of both traditional and innovative organizational models. To explore this holistic development, we've included frameworks like Ken Wilber's integral theory, using the 4 quadrants. And we've talked about this before, but it's good to just be reminded. The individual interior part of us, the individual exterior part of us, and then there's also the same lens of the collective interior parts and the collective part that we express out into the world. So if we start to look at this, the top left box is all about the inner journey. It's about waking up. Waking up to our interconnectedness with life, to who we've come here to be, and to the healing power of divine love. So we each week try and bring ideas and practices that help us to awaken in a deeper way. And this internal awareness impacts how we, as individuals, view and engage with the world around us. I'm calling it the grow-up stage. And in order to be able to do that in a more holistic way, we have to be better skilled at agreeing and disagreeing in love, at nonviolent communication, at ways in which we can all individually be able to speak and support one another. They help us to be able to, in a more holistic way, navigate the differences of a big group of people coming together with a shared purpose. The lower left represents the group culture. And to be successful in this mission model, it must include tools that enhance our capacity to clean up. Tools like practicing forgiveness, doing shadow work. That's part of the reason why we've been looking at what have we collectively, what's built up over the years that might get in the way of that. It includes ways in which we discover how we can be more self-responsible, and each person has accountability for the part that they've said yes to play in this community. And finally, the lower right map, the collective external part of us, is how we show up, how our purpose expresses out into the world, our collective capacity to positively impact the greater community and world. Creating opportunities for us to wake up, grow up, clean up, and show up are necessary if we're going to fulfill our purpose of transforming lives and making a positive difference in the world. As Wilber points out, all quadrants must develop in balance with each other, or unhealthy distortions arise. And this is part of looking at, are we in balance with our internal and our external? I'll give you an example. I had someone come to me and was talking to me. They were challenged because they really valued spending time with their family. And yet when we looked at how they actually showed, experienced and invested their time in the external world, 60 to 70 hours of that was in their drive to want to be successful, to climb the corporate ladder. And so then you are incoherent with what I really value and what I'm actually doing. And so the journey is really about bringing those parts of us into balance and finding ways that we can make shifts so that we feel that sense of coherence in our life. An integral community also recognizes that it's not, and this is for you, Kenny, either or, rather it's both and. We live kind of in an either or world. It's either this or that. It's either right or wrong. It's either light or dark. And yet, in this holistic way of being, it's both. It's not one or the other, but it's a way of how we can bring both of those together. It's not about abandoning all the traditions that have been part of our community for something else completely. The ideal is we transcend and include those, that we grow as we're being called to grow, but we also honor, and where we can, include part of our history, what has been part of our foundation. It's about providing a container that's designed to be dynamic and adaptable, recognizing that both the individuals and the community itself are on a path of growth and evolution. We're not static. We are constantly in change, and we have to be in change because this world is in a very rapid place of growth and evolution. The organizing model moves beyond the traditional sort of pastor flock model that has been in church history for eons, this sort of top-down structure. You come, you receive, and then you give with your financial good or perhaps your volunteer time. It moves into a place where we have team-based leadership. There might be a council of qualified individuals responsible for stewardship and decision-making, but it evolves around having processes and opportunities for community consensus building, for input, for discussions. And a key aspect is the capacity for members to self-organize into smaller, sort of purpose-driven groups. Things like spirit groups that we've been implementing for a while, shared interest groups, project teams that take on specific tasks or are around specific interests. Because those are the ways that we can foster, excuse me, deeper connections and individual empowerment. In essence, the structure of an integral spiritual community is less about a rigid, one-size-fits-all hierarchy and more about creating flexible, principle-based, and developmentally conscious environments that support both the individual and the community. In my experience, the greatest challenge in this integral model is moving from our human tendency to base our decisions and to react based on that place of experience and want to predict and control. So when challenges come up, we looked at, and how can we fix this? It becomes a way of, we're always looking at fixing whatever the next problem is that's arising. And moving to a place where one is open to both sensing and responding to the energy of spirit, to the energy that seems to be arising. It is more about seeking what wants to be known rather than living from what is known. And it's a different place. It's not something that we are taught, and it's certainly not something that most of us have practiced for any depth or any length of time. The We Space group we've been doing that we just finished up is all about sensing and responding, and being able to do that not only for ourselves, but being able to do that for the group collectively. And it takes a lot of practice in order to be able to trust it, because that's the biggest part. We're like, I don't know, that's just something showing up in my head or arising in my heart. But, you know, the experience doesn't tell me that that's true or that that's the right way to go. It's really a process where we remain open and we trust and we have faith that allows what is seeking to emerge, what is seeking to be released, to be released, and to embrace as guided by spirit and by love. So we're going to get to practice that this morning. We're going to move into our time of meditation. And in this time, I'm just going to invite each of you, as we kind of bring our attention inward, to be open to move to your heart space and to be open to the guidance that might be wanting to emerge within your own heart, your own mind, your own life. So if you'd be willing, if you would just kind of set anything you're holding on to aside. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable, or just soften your gaze as you bring your attention inward. And we do that beginning with the breath, because the breath brings us into this present moment. The breath is where we can find the very energy of God moving in and through us. So as we just take a deep breath in, and then gently let that breath go. Just let go of any other thoughts that you might be having right now about what's going to happen later this day, or anything that's brought you into this moment. And just see if you can't bring your mind, your thoughts, fully present to the breath. As you take another deep breath, and as you let that breath go, just feel your body begin to relax. If there's any points of stress or soreness in the body on this next breath, as you let it go, just see if you can't let that tension release along with it. And on this final breath, as you bring that air into your lungs, also see it moving into your heart. In fact, imagine that thinking part of you is gently and slowly, as you let that breath go, sinking down and coming to rest in your heart space. This is the mind of the heart. This is the seat of wisdom beyond our knowing. This is the place where we can come and feel connected to that which we cannot see and sense, but we know is present. And as you just keep your attention focused in your heart space, just allow, or perhaps even ask, for guidance, assurance, maybe just a huge dose of love on this morning. And as you deeply listen, be open to whatever arises. We're just going to spend about a minute in the silence so that we can be that receptive vessel for what is seeking to be known in our lives. And as you slowly begin to bring your attention back, aware once again of your body and its support on the chair that you're sitting, aware of the sounds in the room, offer up a sense of gratitude and thanks for what showed up today, knowing that as you have asked, even if it didn't happen in this moment, throughout the events of this day, just be aware and be ready for the way that Spirit will guide you and enliven your mind. One more deep breath in. As you let that go, you can open your eyes. You know, what I've been talking about this morning might seem like a new and radical idea for churches, but this model is far closer to how Jesus encouraged his early followers to organize. Jesus spoke of a spiritual community, what he called the body of Christ, where believers are deeply interconnected, a community that's built on love and unity and shared purpose, where each person brings their gifts to support the whole. Jesus used the analogy of the vine and the branches in trying to describe how we are interconnected. In John 15, he says, where individual growth and he said, I am the vine and you are the branches. And where individual growth, this bearing fruit, is dependent upon remaining connected to God and to each other. Individual believers are interconnected members of a single living spiritual body, with each part contributing to the whole, to the fruit that results. Now, the challenge with those early Christian communities arose around disputes of doctrine, different values as they welcomed both Jews and Gentiles into the community, unfair power consolidated in wealthy benefactors, and emotionally and spiritually unhealthy people causing dysfunction with no skills to manage it. In many ways, it continues to be our challenge today. To live into becoming the beloved community, as Martin Luther King and then Jim Lockhart has also written a lot about it. Author Jim Lockhart writes this. He says that the community must be as spiritually and psychologically healthy as possible and continually work towards getting healthier. It focuses on helping its members realize their own loving and compassionate natures, with channels to express those natures into the world. And it must recognize that our humanness, which we are a big old group of people, I like to tell people, you know, we want to be free of judgment and full of love, but we are a big old body of people that come together. Our tendency to fail along the pathway and learning to apply that same love and compassion within and with each other. And as we do, the veil of separation dissolves, and we can truly bring about the experience of heaven on earth.
Today we wake in wonder, heart wide open to the light. Guided by your gentle steps, the world turns clear and bright. You teach us how to listen, where radiant love begins. Every breath a doorway home, each moment welcomes in. Gratitude is rising like the sunrise on the sea. What a gift to know how steady our enlightened bond can be. We are blessed, so blessed to lift the veil, to feel the nearness never fail. Unconditional love, steady and strong. Right here, right now, we're all belong. Thank you for your service, the messages of grace. Heaven's chorus sounds in this wide, wise, endless sacred space. A path of gold glows in the air, the awakened ways alive everywhere. We are blessed, so blessed to lift the veil and find our loved ones near and real. Sanaya's notes are golden, threading joy through everything. Simple signs and shining proofs that make our longing spirit sing. With evidence and kindness, you remind us how to see. Love's not lost or far away, it flows through you and me. We are blessed, so blessed to lift the veil, to feel the connection never fails. More real than real, always here. Pure love outshines the doubt and fear. Thank you, messages of grace. Every hope returns to its very rightful place. A path of gold glows in the air, the awakened ways alive everywhere. We are blessed, so blessed to lift the veil and hear our loved ones happy, clear and real. When shadows try to fold the day, you teach the heart to see. A feathers fall, a whispered name, such gentle certainty. Grief learns how to breathe again and peace begins to bloom. Your tender proof turns empty corners to sparkling holy rooms. Messages so vivid, the edges grow thin. Shift your energy and let them come in. We aren't divided, we're woven as one. Believe and know, love's never done. Like morning and midnight, or the river and rain, every time in the circle helps dissolve some pain. A path of gold glows in the air, the awakened ways alive everywhere. Our loved ones are near, always remember they are closer than a quiet said prayer. Say their name again and feel warmth rising with reply. You as a whole become a listening tool, and tears learn how to fly. Grief is a river that learns to sing. When truth is shown, you guide us to mend bridges. None of us has to walk this world alone. What we miss is never lost. What we seek is steady and near. Close your eyes, you say, catch the breath, they are still right here. Thank you, bless you, feel free in body, mind, and heart, for showing how a faithful, committed, caring connection starts. With open hands and grateful souls, we celebrate what's true. Step by step, we follow on, our lives made clear and new. A path of gold glows in the air, the awakened ways alive everywhere.
little preview for what we're going to get to experience here in just a little while. So back in the spring, Jennifer Farmer came to me with an idea for an event. She asked me if I was familiar with Suzanne Giesemann, and it didn't ring any bells, to be honest with you. And as she was describing Suzanne's work and told me that she was doing this U.S. world tour, or the U.S. tour for her movie Wolf's Message, all of a sudden a few little inklings came, and I looked through my stack of books to be read, and there was Wolf's Message that had been gifted to me by another member of this community a few months earlier. And I believe in synchronicities. I think when they show up, we say yes. So we began the planning to hopefully get her to be here, and we are excited and delighted that we are her last stop on this U.S. tour that she's been doing. And I'll have to tell you that Mary was very excited about this event too, and little did we know at the time that she would be joining us today in spirit. But I know she's going to be here, and she's going to be so excited to know that the veil is being lifted for so many of us in our own experience. I also discovered that Suzanne has a YouTube channel, and it's filled with many great, not only podcasts, but meditations that she offers. And as I went out and looked the last 2 nights, my back has been killing me. I've been doing a lot of schlepping over these last couple of days, and I have used it, and I'll tell you, it's like a 13-minute meditation, and wow, it was like, whew, that's really good. So, you know, if you're not going to be able to experience her tonight or this afternoon, or you just want to go and explore some more of that, it's a great place to go find some tools and some support for whatever challenges you might be facing. So we are excited and blessed to welcome Suzanne at our service today and invite her up to share a few words about the movie screen that's happening at 12:30. Sherry, she's got the green mic going. Get up there, yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. It's been a while since I've been at a church service, and I'm just sitting back there just soaking up truly the sense of community, and it makes me wish that I had that, but I travel so much that I don't have that, and so it's a blessing. Thank you for inviting me this morning. I hope you can join us. We're going to fill the place. We have pretty much sold out this afternoon, except for enough room for anybody here that wants to join us. These screenings of the documentary are truly sacred. Wolf was a young man who was struck and killed by lightning, just like my stepdaughter. So the first half of this 1-hour documentary, I tell the story of how I went from Navy commander and aide to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to now a practicing spirit communicator and spiritual teacher, and how I met the parents of this young man named Wolf, and how he changed my life and has now changed hundreds of thousands of lives, because Wolf's story provides, and I can say this with true honesty, absolute proof that we are souls here and now. When I first started connecting with spirit, people said, don't tell anybody that you have proof of the afterlife. This film shows you proof. I guarantee you cannot get through it without saying wow at least 5 times. The wows are off the charts. So we'll watch the film, and then I'll tell some behind-the-scenes stories, and what do you do with this information? If it blows your mind, blows your heart wide open, I'm going to give you some tools and ideas for where to go from there. So I hope you can join us. It's going to be a really love-filled experience, and if you had other plans and something inside you was saying, go ahead and change them. We hope you'll join us.
Thank you, Suzanne. All right. Well, I want to just share one other thing. We're going to get ready to do our offertory here in just a moment. But next Sunday, and this just, Spirit called me to do this. So next Sunday, we are going to experience a Dia de los Muertos. I'm not muertos service, otherwise known as the Day of the Dead. And it felt like it was a good follow-on to this, as we now know that we have that that connection with those on the other side. And certainly this has been part of the Mexican culture, where they believed that on this time of the year, the veil between the physical and the spiritual worlds is at its thinnest. And it's an opportunity to honor and to connect with those loved ones that we have in spirit. So we invite you, if you're going to be here next Sunday, to bring a picture or pictures of loved ones. Our offering table is going to become an altar to those, and we are going to have an opportunity to honor them and celebrate them as we remember that they are still part of our journey. All right. So in just a few moments, the ushers are going to invite you to come up row by row and share of your gifts with this community. You can place them in the large basket. And then we have a small basket that is filled with affirmations, and we invite you to take one of those, receive a message that Spirit has for you this week. And even if it's not your Sunday to share, or you give electronically, you can come and be in that flow of giving and receiving. You can simply place your hand over the basket and just add your energy of abundance into this community, and then, of course, receive an affirmation. We are so blessed with the many ways that we receive into this community, in addition to the ways that we can take that and then bring that out into the communities that surround us. I do want us to celebrate this morning. We have officially paid off our line of credit, and we did it in record time. So we're very grateful to all the people who have supported us and allowed that to happen, so that we can have that monies freed up for other ways in which we can support people on their journey. So if you will join me as we hold what we're going to offer today, or the energy of that, in our hands and in our hearts, let's join as we bless it together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother God.
Here's what's coming up at Center of Unity.
The nominating committee is now accepting applications for new board members. There are 2 positions available for the upcoming term beginning in 2026. If you feel called to serve and help guide our church's future, please submit your application by Sunday, November 2nd. Join the COU for a chili cook-off on Sunday, November 2nd. Think your chili has what it takes to be the best? Bring your secret recipe and your appetite. It's time for some friendly competition and fellowship. Scan the QR code to sign up or visit the info center. Have you ever noticed how gratitude can shift everything? Even in tough times, giving thanks helps us feel stronger and more grounded. Join Denise Teague for the Magic of Transformation Through Gratitude, a 28-day gratitude challenge on Zoom starting November 4th. This experience will help you shift your heart, deepen your faith, and find joy through daily gratitude practices. Join Haley Ferguson on Sunday, November 9th from 12:30 to 2 p.m. for Curiosity, a Pathway to Presence, a free experimental workshop exploring wonder as a doorway to divine awareness. Through reflection, gentle movement, and group inquiry, we'll rediscover how openness and not knowing can bring peace and connection. Space is limited, so sign up today.
There are multiple ways you can make a donation to Center of Unity. You can drop your donation off at the church, mail it to our P.O. Box, visit our website, or use the COU or Venmo app. Your continued support is greatly appreciated.
All right, well, before we bring the kiddos in, I just want to give you a little awareness about what's going to happen here at the end of the service. So to prepare for the movie screening and Q&A that's coming up at 12:30, we're going to ask everyone to leave the sanctuary. I know some of you like to stay and chat. You can do that outside of the sanctuary doors as soon as the service ends. And then in about 15 minutes after that, you can go grab a bite to eat at Fellowship Hall, and then 15 minutes after service ends, we'll open the doors back up. You'll need to come to the front and check in. And then we'll also have some of Suzanne's books for sale, and she will be here to sign those books. So you got a few minutes, go use the facilities, get a bite to eat, and then we'll start receiving people in for the screening. And I also want you to know that we're going to have a full sanctuary. So this is time to get cozy. I know our people are kind of used to, we can spread out amongst us. It's three to a pew. So be prepared to be comfortable and close with your neighbors. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We'll invite the kiddos to come on in.
So we got a small but mighty group today, and they learned all different things, sacredness and sacredness. So, Doc, what are you going to share?
Today we did a prayer.
So you learned a prayer. Which one? You don't remember. Okay, that's all right. Maybe Addie remembers.
Today we traced our body and we wrote where we thought God is in us.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right, and then our older kiddos are back from their retreat at the Dallas church with all the other Unity youth from the region, and they're wearing the T-shirts that they got, and they're going to share something that they learned from that, what their takeaway was.
So my takeaway from at the Unity, I learned how lucky I am to have a supporting family.
My takeaway from the Unity retreat was that Unity is so much bigger, more accepting, brighter, funnier, and scarcer sleep. But yeah, I learned that it's so much bigger than what we have here. There's so many more communities everywhere, and it's just so great.
So something that I learned from the unitreat is like that, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, she totally did whatever. Like how much unity is supportive of communities and how many there are. Like they have them all over the world. And they're so, when people from unity open up, like they can be so comfortable. Like especially in our family groups that we had, a lot of people opened up and it was really cool. And yeah.
All right. So they all, last weekend it was incredible to watch these guys, to watch them grow and be excited about their spirituality and their faith. And then most of them came up to me and go, "There's one in January. Are we going? Are we going? Are we going?" So anyway, so watch out for future fundraisers to help support them in that, since we'll be traveling to San Antonio for that one.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and stand up together. We're going to join hands across this aisle and let's do our peace song.
And so as we go into this day and into this week, knowing that we are eternally and ultimately connected by that energy of divine love, we go knowing our prayer for protection. We'll do it as a call and response. The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us. Together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right. Thank you for being here today.